Hello everybody, what is up? What is going on? It's time for another Dime Box Discoveries. And boy, do we have some fun ones for you today. You can get a good look at that. As you can see, a lot of vintage in here. I know it excites people. Before we get into these cards, let me show you the free ones I picked up. These all came out of the Eastgate Mall show. I went there and ran a couple buddies of mine and they had some free cards. Now, if you remember in one of my previous videos, they said I looked like Rusty Staub and we're kind of joking around. So now they gave me this poster of Rusty Staub, which is super cool, by the way. And I don't mind being compared to a guy who was a six-time All-Star with 2,700 career hits. Le Grand Orange, as they say. So super cool Topps poster of Rusty Staub they gave to me. Super cool. I'll take that. And then a couple of free cards here. A couple of junk wax, Mark McGuire's, a Pokey Reese. Minor league here of the Reds. This one, by the way, is Brad the Animal Leslie, if you remember him. And then you can see some food cards. Topps Stadium Club, where they didn't quite do the printing right. All right. This was a great find. And I'm going to show you in a moment why. This was the most exciting find I've had in a long time. But I didn't even find this. Somebody else found this who watches the channel. Thank you. Big shout out to you. And he was like, Jeff, go check out this box down there. And I did. I'm going to show that here in a moment. And then some of these cards were free just because. And these ones are super exciting. Love this Bob Hamlin card. And check it out. One of two surfboard cards. There's also a 88 Fleer surfboard card with Tim Flannery. So really cool to have the other Klesko. And just the Bob Hamlin is pure amazingness. One of the best cards ever made. All right. Here we go. These four rows over here, they were in the quarter box, but a buddy of mine gave me a good deal on them. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I paid because it's dealer-buyer confidentiality. But know that they were a good deal given to me at a really good discount. So let's get into it and show you. Start with vintage football first today. A 1958 or 59, I can't remember which one this is, of Keller, 58 of Ken Keller. And then look at these. 1964s. This is in really nice shape too. Matt Snow, rookie card. Purcell, okay, Roosevelt Taylor. And then here is a 1966. We got a 66 here of Bill Brown. Look at this card. That's very cool in 66. And this, you never, ever see these. Look at how absolutely beautiful this 1968 Boyd Dowler is. The 68 Topps cards for me are really, truly some of the best peak, at least vintage, but peak card design they did ever. Absolutely amazing. Love that design. Freaking love it. And then a whole bunch of 1969s. Here we go. You can take a look at these here. Excellent. So just some fun stuff there. And I love the old logos. Like, look at this St. Louis Cardinals logo. So very cool. Just got some fun old logos there. I dig those. That's what I almost enjoy more than anything else. By the way, the Steelers really hasn't changed very much, has it? All right, we go to 1970 with a Norm Snead on the top. Joe Morrison, an excellent running back from the Giants. So some nice 1970s. And you can see they're in pretty nice shape, actually. So I'll take it. Very excited on these. Some 1971s. Whole bunch of these in nice shape, so I picked these up. Look at this Charlie Johnson. It's in really nice shape for being a 71. Jack Snow, by the way, what is this pose? What is going on with Jack Snow? Hey, Jack, get out there and show us some wide receiver moves. Okay. So here we go. Show you off some of these. It's Joe Morrison again. So Ernie Kellerman. Didn't realize I had three of them, but that's okay. And why am I happy to have three of them? Because he's a Miami, Ohio guy. So there you go. Very cool to get your own college, where I went to college. I always collect all the Miami guys. Very cool to grab that. Okay. Now we go on to some absolutely beautiful cards here. 1972. Gene Washington, once again, in pretty nice shape. So look at that. I mean, these are great looking cards here. Pro Action Bobby Douglas. So you'll see a couple Larry Brown cards and several Norm Snead cards in this stack here. So, by the way, Phil Villapino from my guy BK, who went to Bowling Green State University. That's another Mac guy from Mac Wax Stacks. Okay. Trying to move through this quickly. Some team checklists. Here we go, 1975s here, Lynn Dickey. Very cool. And then here, Billy White Shoes Johnson, the 76. 77s here. Some checklists. I don't even know what years are from. And then just some more cards to check out. This is, by the way, a Dwight Clark rookie card. This is the Dwight Clark. It doesn't look like a rookie card, but it is indeed his rookie card. So very, very cool on that. And then check these out. It is not all 11. It's like 7 of the Coca-Cola team cards from the Chargers. 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of them, plus the checklist. Very, very cool. Come back to these in a moment. A couple of these ones here showing off some of the playoffs. This is great. Do you know what this is? Do you know why this looks like a 1985 Topps, but it's not black, it's red? It's because it is a box bottom, card number G. That is a box bottom 1985 Topps. Very, very cool. And these are their games on the back, which someone has played, but they're also like little posters. Check it out. I don't think anybody's special, but that was really cool. Even if they're written on, I totally dig those. Very cool. Gene Washington once again there. Okay, now we're going to some more new football. This is an exciting start, isn't it? Here we go. You never find Jamar Chase in there, so very cool. These are like 1985s, I think. They came in packs. Yeah, 1985. There's Peyton Manning. A couple of, I think these are beautiful. I love these Pro Set new look ones. Jerome Ford from the University of Cincinnati. Ron Dane, this is a numbered card. I will take credit before, as soon as Ron Dane was drafted, I said he'll be a bust because the style doesn't fit the NFL. And yeah, maybe it was bust, maybe it wasn't, but he definitely didn't live up to the billing. Here's a Brett Favre rookie card. So, and then a couple of the stickers. Here we go. From Topps Football. So, very cool. These back here are totally awesome. Look at these. These are the game cards. Very cool. Larry Brown there, Charlie Johnson. And these are in fantastic shape, although you know what? Topps never did a great job of cutting these. They are off-cut a lot of times top to bottom, but still some very nice cards in there. And this was the marker that's used with it. You're supposed to cut it in half here and use the field position marker and then use it as a first down marker. So anyway, and then these are some of these, now I can't remember what they're called. But anyway, beautiful cards. Dan Abramovich, whatever he is, he went to Abramowitz. He went to Xavier University. Yes, Xavier University in Cincinnati. They had a football team at one point. So these are in great shape, very cool. Kind of got like a gloss finish, as if, you know, you had gotten some contact paper as a kid and, you know, made yourself your own cards. So very cool. All right, vintage baseball time. Here we go. Kind of torn up here, but I may need it for my A's team set. 1959 here, Clem Labine. And check it out. These are actually in, once again, really nice shape for less than a quarter. 1960. Now, the 60s I'm going to show you have a very interesting thing here. I picked it up because it's an Oakland A's need. These were glued into the back of something. And it ripped off all the back of something. Hopefully that's not drywall and I don't have asbestos here. But anyway, what do you think? You're going to see several cars like this with the backs like that, you see, with the stuff ripped off. Would you buy these for like less than 20 cents a piece? I need this. I mean, the front is beautiful. I need this for my A's team set anyway, and I'll replace when I get something better. But here's Wally Moon, the unibrow. Freaking love it. This one does not have that stuff on it, but this one does. So here we go. And yeah, there we go. Norm Seaburn in the 62 Kansas City Athletics. Ken Hubbs. Ken Hubbs, a very interesting story. Gives me a chance to talk about this 1963 Topps. So Ken Hubbs won Rookie of the Year for the Cubs in 1962. He also was the first person to win a Gold Glove as a rookie. Of course, the Gold Glove came out in like 1956, 1957. So it was only 5 or 6 years old at that point. But Ken Hubbs is interesting. He played 2+ years in the major leagues, and that was it. And you say, why only 2+ years? Well, because Ken Hubbs died in a plane crash in a small plane that he piloted himself in Utah, I think it was, during the offseason between 1963 and 1964. So Ken Hubbs, ill-fated, was only like 22, 23 years old, something like that. I think he was only 22 when he died in a plane crash. So Rookie of the Year, Gold Glove winner, dead. 2 years later. 1969, in nice shape here with Bo Belinsky. Dick Williams. Now, by the way, this cracks me up. This cracks me up. So you got Dick Williams here, and it's like, look, Dick Williams was named Manager of the Year in 1967. Oh, what a nice note on the back of Dick Williams' card. That's so nice. Jim Lemon, the manager of the Washington Senators, surely he has something nice on the back of his card as well. Jim Lemon. Jim was relieved of his position as manager of the Senators on January 29th, 1969. Wah, wah. So they still made a card for him, but they made a card and said he no longer was the manager of the Senators because he was fired. Man, that's cold, dude. That's cold, Tops. Okay, Dick Kelly. And you can check out some of these. Just some nice cards. Once again, these are in pretty nice shape. I picked up the vintage that was in pretty good shape or ones I needed for personal collections or some local guys. We'll see those coming in a minute. Lum Harrison, nice shape, 1970 Tops. And Pat Kelly in nice shape as well. 1971, a couple there. 1972, maybe some guys I need from Oakland A's team sets. I know I have them, but I want to see if these are nicer. I want to see if these are better. 1973. Here we go. Tim McCarver, Tug McGraw. All right. Willie Davis. Willie Davis, by the way, is truly, a really nice player, kind of gets forgotten about. Had a really nice career, but nobody ever talks about Willie Davis. All right, 1974 Tops. Here we go. Jose Cruz. Definitely a nice one here. These are the TCMAs or these, these are SSPCs. I think they're TCMAs. Ron Say, Steve Garvey, Raleigh Fingers. Dig the stash. This is a Dave Stewart rookie card, by the way, and a Danny Ainge. Well, Tops don't have his rookie card because they relate to the game. I think some of the other ones had him in 1981. Fleer and Donruss both did, I think. But it's first Tops card, I think. Maybe not. All right. Just a nice looking 1961 Tops. 74 Braves. A couple 1975 Tops cards in really nice shape. The other Reggie Sanders. So from my guy who loves Reggie Sanders, here's the other Reggie Sanders. A couple of nice 1983 Fleer cards. Morgan and Bench, of course, for the Big Red Machine. And this one, I always dig this one. This one's very cool. I know this stat. Joe Youngblood played for two different teams on the same day and got hits with two different teams. And they were both hits came off of Hall of Fame pitchers. One was Fergie Jenkins, and one I believe was Steve Carlton. Did I mention it on the back? Doesn't say, but I want to say one was versus the Cubs, one was versus the Phillies. Okay, so it wouldn't have been, well, yeah, it could have been Steve Carlton, could have been Fergie Jenkins. I don't know. Anyway, and then this one is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's got the junk on the back once again, but this is what my friend Brent calls a low maturity level card, and I totally love it. Couldn't pass it up. All right. Here we go. Cons cards. This is really cool. So this is a pre-rookie card for Chris Sabo. This is 1988, his rookie card. Well, I guess he got some 88 XP rookie cards. So this is really cool. Cons card before he'd even made the major. Well, he was up playing with the major leagues at that point, but had not played a major league game on his stat yet. And these are 1989, featuring Chris Sabo's first year. And then there's Ken Griffey Sr. So neat Nolan Ryan card. Ooh, shiny Bobby Bonds. And then a couple Mark McGwire cards. Don't know if I need them, but I picked them up. And then these, some sports flicks. I do need this Eddie Murray. Didn't realize I picked up two of them. But I do need the 1988 Eddie Murray from my set. So very cool. All right. Food stuff time. Here we go. A couple of Kellogg's. Now, these are great right here. These Hometown Heroes. I've been working on this set. There's like 46 cards in or something like that. Was able to find 4 more. I think I'm down to 4 needs left in this. I think there's 4 needs left in this. That's it. 3 needs, 2 needs, something like that. But anyway, fantastic. This Kellogg's Cornflake set, I need the Gaylord repair, so I'm down to like 2 cards needing this. All right, and then this is really neat. These are just regular Upper Deck cards, but the first cards in this year, 1997, I believe was Upper Deck, are all in ode to Jackie Robinson, 1 through 9. And they had all 1 through 9, so I thought, you know what? These would look good on a sheet, right? On a binder sheet, on a plastic sheet. So I'm going to do that and just do a page of that in my binder. Oh, by the way, oh gosh, I almost forgot to tell you guys. I should have the needs for my trip to Vienna to give to my buddy over there who collects who lives in Vienna, Austria, and cannot get baseball cards, if I'm smart and I remember, I will post a link to my needs down below in the write-up for this. And if you have a desire to help out, send me some cards, make a comment in that you have some of the cards once I put the link out there. And let me know if you have something you'd like to send to me. I'll give you an email address and we can exchange information. You can mail it to me and I'll take them over to Vienna, Austria. It's awesome. If you don't want to send anything, it's totally cool too. But if you want to take a look, I'm looking for 1976 tops in, good eye appeal shape. Don't have to be excellent. Don't need to be mint or anything like that. Very good works. If it's good eye appeal, that works. Also, for some reason, I'm missing a fair number of 1990 tops for him, the junkiest of the junk wax, and some 2009 tops. I'll link those down below. All right, here we go. These are local guys. Where's my local guy who comments and always reminds me of Dave Cowens? Because sometimes I forget Dave Cowens. Man, the dude was a baller. NBA Hall of Famer. Out of Newport, Kentucky. So this one is just for you to give you a shout out. And then here's a kind of eaten up, but I don't care. And then here's another Dave Cowens card in the rebounds leaders. Now, here we go. Some more local guys. Lewis Orr played local ball here in Cincinnati, Withrow or something like that. Picked up 5 of his rookie cards. By the way, there were plenty more. I left plenty behind. And he did go to the University of Cincinnati. See, that is his rookie card. 10.5 points a game in his rookie year for the Pacers, when they were still in the ABA, I believe. Then how about Kevin Greavy? We got some Kevin Greavy love. Kevin Greavy went to Hamilton High School in Hamilton, Ohio, just out of Cincinnati. And then he became, I think, the GM for the Knicks or something. But a couple Kevin Greavy cards, always very cool. You don't find many of his, so that was a really nice find for me. Dave Parker, RIP, just went into the Hall of Fame. His son gave a wonderful speech on his behalf. Go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Now, Art Mahaffey rookie card, local guy. That's super cool. It's got more of this backing that's been ripped off of a drywall or out of the back of a album or someone's put in. But it's a rookie card of a local guy, so I picked it up. Jim Winning, a nice looking card. And then a bunch of Barry Larkins. Can't pass up Barry Larkins when I don't know if I have him or not. I don't think I do. Drew Rome is a local guy. Went to Highlands, somewhere in northern Kentucky. And then here is Dan Abracadabra. Dan Abracadabra. He was a magician. What can I say? From Xavier University. Didn't come from here locally, but did go to Xavier University. Here we go. More food and oddball stuff sets. Look at all these Hostess cards. Look at all of them. Okay, I know they're in really, really bad shape and they're written on and stuff. When it comes to Hostess cards, I really don't care, man. Like, I'm only half-heartedly working on these sets because there's so many of them. There's 100 plus, and they get expensive. So if I can fill them up with these written on ones for cheap, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to show you these. These are great. And then this one, the True Value Superstars. I'm working on these sets too. So this is very handy. I needed like 5 or 6 of these. So this was a great, great find. Go to your True Value hardware store back in the day and get you some of these. 1986, 1987, 1986. 1985 is the top line, 1986. All right. Look at this. This is great stuff so far. I think it was a great, great day at the show. These are awesome. I've seen these before. I knew when they came out. I never was able to get them. These are the Joy of Baseball with backings of Bob Ross paintings. See Bob Ross right there. So these are super cool. These have Bob Ross backdrops, or maybe in the style of Bob Ross. I can't remember if they're actual Bob Ross paintings or just in the style of Bob Ross. But still, super duper cool. Love those. I'm a big Bob Ross fan. Legitimately, like, I've watched a lot of Bob Ross. Happy little trees. Happy little accidents. Put some monkeys. Put a highway through your woods. Some monkeys walking on those highways. It's your painting. Do what you want. Love Bob Ross. Nolan Ryan Classic, 1987. It's upside down. Couldn't read it. 1987. Then how about some Jeets? Some Derek Jeters in there. So that's always fun. All right. Still in the same stuff. Less than a quarter. Fair amount less than a quarter. George Gervin, the Iceman. He was too smooth, brother. Too smooth. Oh my gosh, look at this. The guy could play. Look at those points, man. 25.5 points a game average at that point. 33.1 points a game in 1970-1980 season. And then we got some really cool super action on Moses Malone. And then Kyle Macy. This is a Kyle Macy rookie card, by the way, out of the University of Kentucky. And then we have Dan Roundfield, a pair of Dan Roundfields. Once again, a Matt guy out of Central Michigan. Yep, out of Central Michigan. Johnny Davis. Lloyd Be Free. Lloyd Be Free, my friend. That is a cool, cool card. Went to Guilford. David Thompson with the Nuggets. He was a straight baller back in the day. Put up some points. Then here we go. Don May out of the University of Dayton. Don May is the ultimate, like, one season wonder out of nowhere in basketball history. I will show you. So he was great. 2-time second-team All-American out of the University of Dayton. But look at his stats. 4.3 points a game, 2.6, 20.2, 7.9. One time he hit like 10 points a game, and then after that, nothing again. This one random season, he just exploded in Buffalo for the Buffalo Braves, I think they were. But out of the University of Dayton, very, very cool card. John Bisker, just thought it was a neat card. This is, from those 81, 82 tops, rip them apart. 80, 81, 81, 82, whatever. I like the individual cards. This guy, by the way, just cracked me up. I've seen this before. Is this not Michael J. Fox's Teen Wolf? Seriously, if you want to pause the video, go look at Michael J. Fox from Teen Wolf. I'll remind you at the end, when it's over, to go look at Michael J. Fox's Teen Wolf. Put that here in the front, that way we don't forget that. And then here we go. Some more good cards. Gail Goodrich, Willie Wise, Matt Calvin. These are just some really nice shape. So, Rudy Tomjanovich up there. Checklist. Some of the playoffs. Len Elmore. Len Elmore, cool dude. So, Clem Haskins, coach. These are just some really, really nice shape. So, I just thought it was really cool. I guess. Just a nice shape. Lloyd Be Free again. Paul Silas. Another Dana Roundfield. All the Dana Roundfields going to my buddy BK. So there's a whole bunch of them in here. Really good vintage basketball finds. How about some vintage hockey? I've never gotten hockey this old. So very, very cool. I like those. Those are just kind of neat. I just think they're beautiful cards. I love the bubble lettering. I love the design. Topps used to do a really nice job back then. I'm not saying they don't do it now. I just love the cards. And these are really cool. I've never seen these. There's a whole bunch of Conlon at the back, but this is like card number 900, something or other. These are all Nolan Ryan with like older pictures. And I have all of them from this grouping except for one. So anyway, whoop, upside down. There we go. That's him with Ted Lyons. There we go. And then a couple newer Nolan Ryans. Just kind of cool. This was the one card I did spend $1 on. It says $2. It was in the dollar bin. So I paid $1 for this because it's the Mayhem Sports Illustrated for Kids. Not the first one at first. It's the second one, I believe. But really just kind of cool. I kind of enjoy that one. These ones were a quarter piece from a different dealer. But I totally dig it. I'm working on this set. So to get several of these is great. This is super cool. I don't even know what this is exactly. It's sort of like Hitting from the Heart. There's a website and everything. I need to go to this website, hittingfromtheheart.com. But it's like a DVD, like it was like an ad. This is like a card that's like an advertisement. Couple of a Larkin. I'm 99.99% sure I have this Giant Infinity card if I don't have it now. This is really neat. This is the Big League Chew card of Frank Robinson. These are never in nice shape because I think they came in the Big League Chew bag, so I always got beaten up. Packaging, marketing. This is really cool. I think there's a little bit of a ding on the corner. This is, if you see these, this is the tops. I think they're called TV sets. You can only get these. It's like 3 different distribution ways, but one of them was literally calling in on like one of those TV channels that was like the sale TV one. I can't remember what it's called now. Like they would sell stuff on TV. You had to buy it off TV. So these are actually kind of moderately rare. So this is the Eric Davis one. They look like this. So if you see those, pick those up. They're not really, once again, those things, they're not rare. They're just not common, if that makes sense. And the cards from those usually go for a few bucks. Love this. This one was, these are all a dime. These are now legitimate dime box. I'll tell you this, these are straight up dime box. And I found some great stuff in this. Look at this. It's a colorized 3-finger brown out of the Conlon set. Oh, more Cons Reds cards Freaking dig them. And look, we got some Barry Larkins in there. That's great. Paul O'Neill, Jose Rio, Pete Rose. And then in this one, this is 93, I believe. Yeah, 93. And look, we got more Barry Larkin in there. These are great finds. Jose Rio in there. For my guy in Florida who loves UK basketball, I found this one. I thought I will pick up this one just so I can give you a shout out. There is a UK basketball player. All right, there were 3 Michael Jordan cards in the dime box, which you never ever find Michael Jordan cards in the dime box. The reason being is because this one actually has a little bit of a dinged up corner up there. Whoop, you can't see it there, up there. But the other 2 are in really bad shape. But yeah, I just wanted to show you Michael Jordan card in the dime box. They do exist. Joe Jackson, Benintendi, local guy. So you can see some of these cards here. This one's just pretty. Here we go. Just thought that one was neat. Kata Ledecky, one of the most decorated swimmers. These are really, really cool. And the only time I will probably ever have a badminton card. Look at that, it's a badminton card. Love these chrome out of with the 1984 Topps design. There's some kind of Olympic cards out of 2024. Just really cool. Do not find a lot of interesting or unique Wayne Gretzky cards in the dime box. So found some of these, found them interesting. Here we go. Look at these. This is great. David Beckham in the soccer. That is so cool. You just never find this one. Actually goes for a couple bucks. Landon Donovan and Freddie Adu. Never quite panned out, but I thought that was really cool to show a Freddie Adu card. Here's another Andrew Benintendi with the yellow border. Topps Most Rookie Trophy card and some kind of funky different parallel. Another Mark McGuire card. Ooh, check it out. My guy BK is going to be jealous about this one. Roger McDowell from Cincinnati, Ohio. This is the Pinnacle Museum Collection. Very cool. And look at this. Look at this. This is a numbered autograph Ray Zellers card for a dime. Man, Ray Zellers was a beast at Notre Dame. Had a couple of so-so years with the Saints and do too much. But it's literally a numbered, see it's numbered there to 4,000. This is 3211. A numbered autograph card of a Notre Dame player for a dime. How cool is that? It's awesome. Now, I'm going to come to this in a second because these are the most exciting. These were $3, $1.50 a piece. A couple of really nice shape Kansas Athletics for my team needs. So very cool there. These were out of a quarter box. And I got to give a shout out to my guy whose name I'm blanking on. Sorry. I can't remember. He watches all the time. I run into him at the show every time. He's a very quiet, very, very nice guy. He's the one who walked over and said, hey, here's this Mark McGuire that you need, wherever I put that here somewhere, wherever it went to, of these. He's like, there's a whole bunch in the box. You collect Drakes, right? And I was like, yeah. There's a whole bunch in the box. So I went sprinting across the floor. By the way, I need these 2 for the baseball best McDonald's, which I'm working on. Austin Kearns Open Day variation. Just a neat hologram here. This is the Denny's Grand Slam of Jay Buhner. Oakland A's there. Jim Bunning's a local guy. And then a couple of these. Dale Strawberry in the Superstars. This is an oddball. It's got some staining. Look at this. Do you think this is a real Del Bear autograph? I mean, why would you fake that? So I'm going to go with it is. So out of the quarter box, okay? Whoops. Couple out of order. This is super nice too. The Wonder Bread's never in nice shape. One of them, the Kevin Mitchell, you can see it is really creased up. There you go. Howard Johnson's in nice shape because these were actually packaged and shipped out to stores in the Wonder Bread package. And if you know anything about bread bags, they're not exactly safe and durable. So these are never in good shape, but I needed both these for my set, so I picked them both up. That's great. Now, set needs. This is the most exciting find I've had in a while. All these were a quarter a piece. This, it's got out of order. That's okay. This is the Drake's Big Hitter sets. I've talked about Drake's before, okay? This is the 1988 set. And why is it so exciting? Well, 81, 82, 83, 84, I have all of those. Because you could buy them individually, like you could buy a set of them. I think you've got enough UPCs, you mailed it in, they sent it back to you. The 88 Drakes, I believe, only came if you cut them out of the side of the box. That's it. It's the only way to get them. These are kind of cut a little bit janky, but that's okay. This is, of these Drakes, this is 30 of the 33. I went from 0 of these to having 30 of them, almost done with them. This is a huge, huge find. Fantastic, very exciting. To have all of these. There are a couple that are doubles. I did pick up the doubles too because I can use them as tray bait, and I figured the nicest one will go in my binder. Maybe I can trim them up, make it a little bit better, but this is super duper duper exciting for me. Sorry I'm geeking out over these, but it just is. Anyway, that's what I found at the show, the Eastgate Mall show in Cincinnati, east side of Cincinnati. There's like 300 dealers there now. It's crazy. It's just too much for one show, for one day. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Be good to each other. I'm going to link the needs for my buddy in Vienna, Austria. If you want to send some stuff, comment down below. I will send you an email address and we can talk about, I'll send you my address from there, my physical address. You can mail them there. I'll return some stuff back to you. We'll figure it out. We'll get it done. We'll share some kindness. You know, kindness is punk rock. So anyway, see you all later. Have a great day. Bye.